Good day, everyone. Today on An Analytical Addendum, we will be taking a look at the first 7 episodes of Love Live Sunshine and commenting on them. I'll be giving my thoughts on the characters and various plot points throughout the series thus far, and I have a lot to say. So let's start off with the first character, Chika. Chika Takami is the leader and founding member of Aquar, and I was skeptical at first because I thought she may be a Honoka clone, but so far she has exceeded my expectations and she is a blast to watch. I really enjoy the fact that they have this sister dynamic in the series with both Ruby and Gaia, as well as Chika and her sisters, because in the original series, the sister dynamic was basically them looking up towards their sisters and wanting to be like them. In this one, you can see how they have this little fun aura with them, as where I believe it's her second older sister, Chika's, teases her a lot, and it's just so much fun. She seems to not have as much character development so far, but I look forward to what they have in store for her, because I do think something that will happen is that she'll be very optimistic about something happening with Aquar, and then that'll come back and bite her in the butt. But I look forward to what she has in store for the series. Next up is Riko Sakurauchi, and she is a character I am torn with because I do think she is a great character overall. Her interactions with Aqua are quite pleasant to see. I especially enjoy her interactions with Chika and Chika's dog Shiitake. I think it's become a meme at this point with Riko and Shiitake. Just a blast to see them interact. But one thing that bothers me is her development in episode 2, where we're shown that at the beginning that she participates in a piano competition, yet when she goes on stage she stops playing the piano, or doesn't play the piano at all. And then it's sort of is hinted at episode 7 that she leaves Tokyo because of this incident and goes to Uchiura. But when she meets Chika and hears about idols, she just starts playing the piano at the end of the episode, and it just didn't feel natural to me. It just felt a bit too quick or rushed, but it does seem to be hinting at there's still more to Riko's dilemma of this piano competition, so I hope that they expand upon this further in the series. So we have Kanan Matsuura, and she is my second favorite character because I love her interactions in the audio dramas that are accompanied with each CD. She is a calm, collected character, and she seems to be the voice of reason, as well as she nurtures the characters. But the thing is, in the anime, it's quite different from that, because she doesn't really get much development in the first 7 episodes, but it's hinted at something happening in the past. Yeah, it just feels like she is being protected and having this, like, faux mask on her that is preventing her from doing anything she wants. Like, she does help out with her family, and sorry the digression, but I really dislike the fact that they changed it from living with her grandfather to her parents. I mean, if you want to say, oh, her parents came over to help with her grandfather breaking its back or having back pain, that would seem reasonable, but it just really bothered me that they changed that dynamic. Anyway, back to the character. It just feels like she isn't being honest with herself, and I just hope that she becomes a idol because of her own volition, and not because she wants to help Chika, that she actually wants to be a school idol, because it seems that whatever happened in the past hurt her the most, and I really want to see more character development for Kanan, because she is such a great character from what I have heard on her interactions with Daya, Marty, and Hanamaru. I just hope for the best for her. So next online we have Daya Kurosawa. Originally I was thinking she was going to be the strong, serious character with guidelines to abide by, but the anime makes it seem like she's different, and I'm glad they went this route, because we later learned in the series that she was supposedly in an idol group with Marty and Kanan, and something happened their first year that made Daya stop loving idols altogether. Yet, when Chika comes into the school council room to create the school idol club once more, and as well as Aquar, Daya opposes it, and you originally think that she just does it because she doesn't like idols or something, but then we later learn that she's probably doing it because she wants to protect the feelings of Chika, she wants to protect the feelings of Ruby, as well as every other member in Aqua, and I really like that they did this because it adds to her character. It makes her not seem like she's just serious because she's serious, because she's strongly raised in a traditional Japanese family where she has this exterior to her, similar to Ruby, but they make it so that she actually has depth to her, that she actually cares about the feelings of others, And I really like that they did this with Ruby and Daya's interactions, because I really love that sister dynamic they added to the series. And they take their time with those two. You can see them interact, and you can see that Daya doesn't want to give her full support to Ruby because she does not want to see Ruby cry. Yet she does encourage her to be strong because she knows that something may happen to Ruby for being an idol, and she does not want to see Ruby become down. And I really hope to see what the anime has in store for her when their secret comes out to Aquar. I think she's a strong character, and she has really gone high up in my book. Yosoro Yo Watanabe is next, and besides being everyone's favorite character, it seems she has no defining character trait, sadly. So, in the anime, she just seems to be there to support Chika, and that's it. She has this fascination with uniforms, and she seems to be the seamstress of the group as along with Ruby, but there's nothing else left to say. Like, I hope that they don't have this sudden character development out of nowhere in the latter half, sort of like with Kotori in the first season, but I'm just uncertain about Yo at the moment. I hope something good happens to her, though. Yoshiko Tsushima is an interesting character. Sadly, I'll be honest, I am not a fan of the Chunibyo characters. I've never been a fan of them. I know a lot of people enjoy Chunibyo characters, but they are not my cup of tea. However, I will say her dilemma in episode 5, where she struggles to become a normal high school girl, yet her fallen angel Yohane keeps coming out, was quite funny to watch. But also adds to her character that she does want to be normal in her eyes, yet she can also be unique. And I think that so far the anime is creating her character quite well. I just hope that she gets some further development in the series later on. Next is Hanamaru Kunikira, and I really like what they're doing with the anime because they really added to her character, and I really enjoyed that. So the one thing that I really wanted to see in the anime before it premiered was that it mentioned that Hanamaru had this sort of lack of technology in her life, and I want to see her interaction with it, and they have not let me down, because Mirai Zura, it's the future Zura. I really enjoy that they added that to her character. It's quite funny to see her interact with technology, as well as go into the big cities and stuff. Something else I want to mention is that her relationship with Ruby is strong. I like that they are best friends, and that you can definitely tell that they want to support each other in episode 4 and episode 7. It's pretty nice to see them relying on each other. However, the inspiration for Rin in episode 4 felt way too forced. I think a lot of people noticed that. I do hope that they continue to develop her character in a different light, but I don't know what will happen in the future. But she's a great character to watch, and I enjoy seeing her. Next is Mari Ohara, and she is a character I'm conflicted about because she is a funny character. She is hilarious. I love her English, pretty by my head, but the main complaint is that she has this manipulative factor, because in the series we learn that she comes back to Urunohoshi Uchiura to help Aquars become school idols and create the large group again and try to recruit Kanan and Daya into Aquars. But it seems that she has an objective. So like in the first series with Nozomi, we can tell that she is trying to pull the strings and get all 9 members together, but she has a pretty positive objective, like she wants everyone to be friends. But it seems like Mari has this other objective in mind, like she wants to do something with Aquar that we do not know yet. And it seems like her way of trying to recruit Dai and Kanan by making them overcome their differences from the past seems a bit pushy in a way, because you can tell that they do not want to become idols from whatever happened in the past. And it just seems rather conflicting, because like I know you have to push people sometimes to become what they want to be, but the way that Marty comes off just irritates me a bit. I hope that she actually comes out as a good character, and whatever she has in plan actually is positive rather than negative. Finally, we have arrived at the moment we've all been waiting for. Best girl, Ruby Kurosawa. Hands down, we all know she's the best character in the series. She gets the most screen time, it seems. So, Ruby, she is a delightful sight to see on the screen. I love her very much. Her interactions with Maru are top notch. I really love the sister dynamic, as I mentioned previously, with her big sister Daya. I really hope that they explore that further, because it does seem that they have a strong reliance on each other. Daya wants to support Ruby, and I just love that. One thing I want to mention, though, is that I hope that they show some sort of androphobia with Ruby, because she is afraid of males except for her father. I really want to see them add that to the series, because so far it seems like I've only noticed 2 boys, possibly, I don't know, in the Love Live Sunshine series. And it just seems like all of Japan is only females at the moment. I mean, there's Kotaro and Maki's dad and Honoka's dad, but like, it bothers me that there's so many women on site in the television series that we know men exist from the Love Life movie. We saw a bunch of men in New York, but I want to see more men and see how Ruby interacts with them. And I don't want to be cruel to her, but I just want to see how she reacts to men. I just want to see that. I may be a sadist for saying that, but yeah, I really love Ruby and I want to see her to her fullest potential. So, Ruby would technically be the last character in this video, but in episode 7, 2 other characters appeared, and I need to get this off my back. Because when I first saw the outlines and the backs of the characters, I freaked out and I was squealing with joy. I was thinking this could possibly confirm the speculated 5-year time gap between Muse and Aquar. It would make somewhat sense in my mind. I was thinking it was Kokoro and Kokoa Yazawa, Nico's little sisters. Now, the uniforms weren't Otono Kizaka, but I was thinking maybe they were school idols in middle school, because I don't believe it is limited to just high schools in the Love Live competition. And from the anime, it seems that Nico's siblings are either aged 5 or 4 for Kotaro. Coco appears to be 7 or 8, and Kokoro appears to be 9 or 10. So with Nico being my favorite Muse idol, you can expect the sheer disappointment when Saint Snow turn their backs to reveal their faces and later reveal themselves to be Seira and Ria Kazuno, who are presumably the rivals of Aquar. I have a question for you, Dengenki, Lantis, and Sunrise. Why did you do this? You made such a huge cocktail for Nico's little sisters at the Konda Shrine, and you do nothing with it. You could have done something amazing. Kokoro and Kokoba Yazawa are Aquar's rivals, and struck by none other than their Onei Sama herself, Nico Yazawa. Aquar would have to go to the ends of the earth to beat a school idol group run by one of Muse's members. Not only that, there weren't anything preventing them from doing this. One of my former attempts at these videos say that for a chance we got for a cameo from Muse, and the chances of members reappearing would have to be for those affiliated with the production company of Love Live. And those members would have to either be Eminita of S Inc., an affiliate of Atlantis who plays Honoka Kosaka, Shizuko Mimori of Hibiki Cast, who plays Umi Sonoda, or Sora Tokuri of Hibiki, a division of Bushiroad who publishes the card games and various products of Love Live, as Nico Yazawa. The signs were there. Not only that, Caitlin Glass, the English voice of Maki and director of Love Live Sunshine, recently tweeted about how Erica Mendez, the English voice of Nico Yazawa, was at her studio while working on Love Live Sunshine. We don't know why Erica Mendez was there, but someone could presume that she was going to voice Nico and give the current circumstances. I just hope Seira and Riza Kazuno are stage names to hide the relation to the #1 idol in the universe, Nico Yazawa, at this point. Enough of my rambling and theory crafting. I'm sorry. Saint Snow, the rivals of Aquar. Their entrance was executed quite fashionably well, and I love their singing. It reminded me of those medieval or Renaissance singing techniques where 2 or 3 people, or groups of people, sung separate lines at the same time. I expect great things from them, and I believe Aqua will have to raise the stakes to overcome these new challengers. So, as we come to an end in this video, I want to get 3 things off my chest as for what I hope for the future of the Love Live Sunshine anime will do. First, I hope the series splits up the seasons either into 3 or 4 parts, so they would cover the natural seasons. By this I mean, in the first season of Love Live, it covered spring and summer, and the second season covered fall and winter. So I'm hoping what they would do is like each season covers 1 season, 1 for spring, 1 for summer, 1 for fall, and 1 for winter, or somewhere of a conjecture if they have 3 seasons. And this would at least produce the time for the series to grow out longer and have a similar lifetime as Muse. And I hope what the end of the season will do is that the end of the season will have all 9 members coming together, and as their preliminary entry into the Love Live competition will be their first single, Kimi no Kokoro wa Kaguya Terukai. I think that would be a brilliant end to the series, and then the second season can cover them going into the first Love Live competition that they participate in. Second, I really enjoyed the English sub so far for the series. Kudos to Funimation for doing that. I really enjoy Ruby's and Hanamari's voices, as well as a couple others. But I feel Yoshiko's voice is really out of place. I hope that if they go back and do edits that they can touch upon that. However, I really want to complain about the subtitles because, oh my god. So I use Daisuki.net service, and they're cheaper and have higher quality than Funimation. Sorry, Funimation. But Funimation has a wider library. I digress. But I think they use the same subtitles. And for Daisuki, the ones that I watch, they have this lovely thing where for Ruby and Hanamari, when they do switch to the third person, I can tell when they switch because I can hear the Japanese language in my freaking head. I know when they switch. They don't reflect that in the subs. And then there's some words in the series that they mistranslate and it irritates me. And the most recent example that bothered me so much was in episode 7 when they got the letter from the Tokyo School Idol World team. They put that world as association when it clearly said Warudo. Please fix that. I really like the series and I hope they can increase the manpower behind the series, but I don't know what else to say. Finally, people have been giving Love Live Sunshine a lot of slack because of its constant mention of Muse, and they believe that Aqua is writing off the success of Muse. And it really bothers me when popular anime reviewers, vloggers, and YouTubers just mention this, and it just irritates me because, yes, I can honestly see why, because of the first 4 episodes. They're basically like a copy-paste of the first 4 episodes of Love Live, but Love Live Sunshine does things differently. I think that's what they're trying to do, because Muse didn't have much support at the beginning, but Aqua has the support of the community. It seems like what it's going for is that a collectivist culture is a strong thing to have. And that's what I really like about Love Live Sunshine so far. But the thing that's getting really irritating to me is that, like, episode 5 was a bit iffy because, like, there was some comparisons but some differences. But then people keep making comparisons to episodes 6 and 7, and it bothers me because I can see some similarities and some shoutouts to the past characters, but it just seems like nitpicking at this point. Like, Love Live Sunshine, just give it a chance. Don't focus on the fact that it is making comparisons to Muse, because, like, if you want to think about it, there are several other series that do this, where they have time skips or spin-offs, where they make a mention to previous series. Like, and it's even in all media around the world. Like, first thing that comes to my mind is Totally Spies in the United States and France. And then there's a bunch of sports series like Inazuma 11 and Macross possibly as well. But just see Love Live Sunshine for what it is, separate from Muse, because it can have inspiration from Muse, but it's not going to be the exact same thing so far as to where they're going.